It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. Well, for the Warriors, they've been looking like a well-oiled machine and one playing polished basketball as if they were midway through the season. There's a lot to like about what this group has been able to accomplish early on. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA, might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
His defense could be stifling at times, too.
He's a great two-way player.
He's a two-way player, but I don't know if I would give him the best two-guard yet in the NBA, but he's in the rearview mirror of anybody who considered that, and James Harden probably would be the guy.
Stop it. He's better than James. Cut it out.
I tell you, James Harden carries teams, and Klay Thompson is on a team to help
won a championship?
That's help carry. That's all.
That is all. That's a good point. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Raptors swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And when I look at Toronto, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I'll tell you this. They may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Corey Joseph is out there with buckets. Then it's P. Then it's Damari Carey. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. And there's the pass to Joseph. With the floater, we on the clock. Gasol, no good. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. They had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. No good on the free throw. No good on the second free throw.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
Pass to Thompson. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Off the iron that time. Here's Buckets. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's Iguodala. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Green kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. From deep, Iguodala. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there. On defense, the Warriors coming off that loss against the Nets.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to speak with Dwayne Casey for a moment. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
All right, Doris. Pass to Pete. 13 feet away, and he gets it to go. P's got his first basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Green with a screen for Curry. On the wing, Green. The shot will not go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game, use them for momentum, and then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
Now here's Curry. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
One shot. One shot.
As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Now, here's Joseph. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Here's Curry. Kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Passes it to Green. Outside Curry. No good on the triple.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Now the pass to Pete. Buckets. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Buckets. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Buckets got his second basket of the night.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Here's Curry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The dish to Thompson. Outside Curry. This one for 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
3 shots.
Free throw good by Curry. What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
And he's good on the second.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And he nails the third. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Feeds it to Joseph. Gasol on the high post. Pass to Buckets. The Warriors pull it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Green passes to Bogut. The jump hook uses the glass that time, and it's good. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least one win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And Toronto also making a switch. Ibaka's checked in. Raptors trail by 7. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA.
Right now, gentlemen,
that record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
He's off on the first.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Thompson misses.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Dishes it to Joseph. Passes to Buckets. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Screen by Ibaka. P just 4 to shoot.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Right side Curry. Outside Green. He kicks it to Thompson. Hits from the high post.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Joseph dishes to Ibaka. And there's the pass to Buckets. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way. 4-on-3 break. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Joseph kicks to Gasol. And that one's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Now here's Curry. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 6. Raptors trail by 8. And here is Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gasol a screen. Here's P. Barnes grabs the miss.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Thompson. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. To the inside. Puts one up from 19. Outside for Curry. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Raptors have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Spates against Ibaka. 11 feet away. Warriors with the rebound.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
And that one's good. Barnes. Toronto calls timeout. The guys last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin, and a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Gasol. Johnson comes in for P. Ross, he's checked in for Buckets. And it's Wright in for Corey Joseph. Raptors trail by 11.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Raptors pick up 2. It's deflected. It's stolen by Johnson. Poked loose, stolen by Barbosa. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
It's still early on as the new basketball season gets underway for Golden State. Here's where they stand. Second in assists, second in field goal percentage. And the fast break points have come in bunches for them. Bushel baskets full. They're among the top 5 teams at scoring in transition.
And let's go back to their assists for a second. When you're sharing the ball like they have, I think it really builds chemistry and trust. This is a group that really plays for each other.
It's stolen by Green. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Some nice passing by Golden State. 6 to shoot. Here's Barnes. No luck. Great D that time from Johnson. Right outside. Scola sets a screen for Wright. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Warriors leading by 7. Livingston passes to Green. Barbosa against Ross. Barbosa gets the bucket.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now, Wright. The feed to Scola. Whistle blows, if that's going to be a travel. Up in time. The shot misses. And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro. Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yep, Velcro utility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
So for Toronto right now, Patrick Patterson is out there with Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Wright in at the point guard position.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
2 on the clock for 3. Ross. The shot no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here is Livingston, guarded by Wright. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Misses from close range. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Warriors leading by 12. Here is Livingston. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. He dishes it to Barnes. A baseline J. Toronto grabs the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Wright, the pass to Carroll. Patterson dishes to Ross. He feeds it to Carroll. And Wright, here we go. Ross with a wide open look. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Barbosa against Carroll. Barnes with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Fires from the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Iguodala against Carroll. Pass to Patterson. 17-foot shot on the way.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Livingston kicks to Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got it back down to single digits for Toronto.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMar Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
Some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Scope. P comes in for Patrick Patterson. Buckets, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Joseph in for Wright.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Pass to Buckets. Now here's Joseph, guarded by Curry. Ibaka, the pass to Carroll. Joseph with the ball. Curry meets him. Shot by Joseph. No good. Outside Curry. They set the pick. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Puts it up from 15. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Joseph dishes to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Now, here's Joseph. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And here is Curry. Thompson outside. Iguodala outside. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Barnes. Banked in off the glass. Barnes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Buckets. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Warriors leading by 11. Now Curry. He's got 6. From deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
When I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Green in for Barnes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Toronto. And the Raptors with the ball. They trail by 14. To the right side. P, guarded by Spates. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming. That's where we ended up being. He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Joseph, the pass to P. Gasol, a screen on Iguodala. P, and he finishes nicely on the layup. P's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Curry, 11 points in the game. Kicks it to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Ibaka. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Raptors trail by 12. Here's P, and he dunks it down.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Got a piece of it. Here's Joseph. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. The jump hook, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well. And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Buckets. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Buckets got 4 points this quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Outside Curry. Spates sets a screen. Curry kicks to Spates. And again, no good by Golden State.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Offensive rebound. Poked loose. Thompson outside. Green left side. Here's Spates. Spates missing again.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Ibaka sets the pick for Joseph. There's the dish to Ibaka. Johnson, a wide open look. The Raptors rebound. Here's Gasol. They shoot again. Back to Ibaka. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Feeds it to Green. Pocket 6. Thompson dishes to Green. Thompson passes to Curry. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
We've seen their free throw attempts stagnate, not getting much going on inside. They can't get too comfortable.
Thompson for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And it's 9 points for Klay Thompson. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Pass to Buckets. The 3 from Johnson. Good on the shot. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. And Toronto also making a switch. Biombo is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Now here's Green. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Thompson for the triple. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the defensive effort. Raptors trail by 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Buckets covered by Barbosa. Here's Buckets. Thompson with the rebound. From deep three-point range. Can't hit.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Warriors ahead, up by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11, really playing as a unit. and it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. The second quarter wasn't as kind to them, but they still fought through some mistakes to have a 6-point cushion at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.